Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your March reading. I'm a little bit hoarse. Please forgive me for that. I am doing everything I can to reserve my voice. So that's why these readings aren't coming like super quick. But let's talk about March for you. It's going to be a time where getting into your feelings instead of trying to get things started will benefit you more. You don't want to force the issue this month, especially when it comes to disagreements or things that might seem a little bit iffy because March, they're Mercury retrograde all through March in Pisces season. Mercury doesn't really like being in Pisces anyways. I find that it's an extremely intuitive time. But it can also be a really confusing time too. But you guys are really intuitive individuals anyways, so I want you to allow yourself to feel through this month. There, and this is exactly why this first card that came out is exactly why. Because I feel like if you push the issue with anybody or anything and communication is not going very well, I think you can be very, very disappointed with the Five of Cups. Remember that not all is lost though. Like, let's talk about those two cups, right? Not all is lost. And that's the thing, is this month is going to feel like if you can't get things moving or you can't get on the same page with somebody, you're going to feel like all is lost, but it's not. And there you are, King of Cups. Or you could be dealing with another water sign or somebody with heavy water in their chart. Everything seems to be a little bit back and forth, up and down. This is just the time. This is just the energy that's being shown. The Knight of Wands is like, I can't really decide. I can't really figure it out. I know what I want to do, but I can't really pin it down. You're not really supposed to. You're supposed to allow the energy to work for you and not against you right now. And the Wheel of Fortune, and how do you do that, is you feel through it. You use your intuition to guide you instead of your mind. And if you don't know the difference between your intuition and your intuition is the more positive aspect, the aspect that's showing you. Your intuition isn't going to tell you that you're not good enough. Your intuition isn't going to say this is never going to happen. Your intuition isn't going to be like, you're not doing enough and all of that, right? So your logical mind, your ego, when it gets involved, it's more of an aspect that can be harmful to you if you allow it to run away with you. It's good to have an ego. It's good to stay a little bit logical and stay a little bit grounded sometimes. But during this season, it's just not going to be possible. Things are changing. And with this North Node transit, all of this water stuff that's happening, especially right after the Libra full moon at the end of March, it'll move into the Scorpio, and there will be that water trine that happens. And so that'll be like the last week in March. That's going to be an extremely intuitive time for you. I want to say, Cancer, that now is the time to work on yourself. Like you need to fill up your own cup. And it's kind of difficult for a Cancer to do that. Cancerian energy is the mother energy of the zodiac. You want to take care of everybody. You want to provide a safe space for everybody. You want to be the one that everyone can like come into and nurture them, right? The Ace of Cups for me is always about taking care of yourself first. It's about self-care, it's self-love, filling up your own cup first. And you're getting the opportunity. This is the aces in the deck are gifts from the universe. The universe is literally saying, Cancer, here is your gift. Here is your time to take care of yourself. Now, if you're dealing with a Taurus energy, Taurians are kind of going through it because they have Uranus moving into their sign. So if it's not a Taurus energy, It's the societal standard. It's what does everybody think of me, or versus what do I think of myself. And I think getting back to this energy will provide you to get back to yourself instead of being worried about how everybody else sees you. You don't need to be perfect. And if a Virgo is telling you that you don't need to be perfect, then you really don't need to be perfect. Then it must be the truth, right? Because it's very hard for a Virgo to say that. And let's see, the Five of Cups. There is the disappointment. There is kind of a woe is me factor to March. And you can easily slide into that. If you're not nurturing yourself, if you're not allowing yourself to let go of past things that have disappointed you, if you're holding on to grudges, especially if it comes to a fire sign, if you're holding on to grudges with a fire sign, or you're holding on to old resentments or disappointments from a fire sign, or just anything from the past, if that energy has a really strong grip on you, it's time to let it go. It really is, because it's blocking you from your blessings. The more you hold on to it and the more you don't, what did I say? It's blocking you from your blessings. You have so many new starts coming up here. Got another ace there, Cancer. See what I mean? The Ace of Wands on the King of Cups. You have new passionate ideas, new passionate things come. You have so many opportunities coming to you that you're really, really excited about, and you want to get started and you want to get going. But the reason why you keep going back and forth on it and you can't really pin it down, the Knight of Wands energy is something you can't pin down. And this Three of Pentacles really wants to get it started. And you want to collaborate with people. And the more you try to get something started and the more you try to get something going and it doesn't work out and it doesn't work out and it doesn't work out, it's because there's something that you're holding on to on a very emotional level that you just got to let go. You got to let go of it. Because there's absolutely no reason. It's 2:22 on the clock, by the way, like the time. It's 2:22. This absolutely is holding you back from getting all of the blessings and learning the lessons, right? There's a lesson here to learn. There's a lesson here to learn with the Five of Cups and that fire sign. So the Wheel of Fortune, you have all the power to shift the energy. You can shift this energy at any time. And once you shift the energy, that's when things start moving really fast. And this is a month of growth and opportunity for you to shift that energy, because it's not a month of doing. It's a month of feeling. And the thought, like, you don't even want to get your mind wrapped up in all of the past things that you've dealt with. You want to be able to look into your future. And that's exactly what this Wheel of Fortune is providing for you, to shift the energy and to look into your future. And if you feel like you're constantly waiting for this wheel to turn in your favor, like, when do things get better? When do things start to come to fruition? When can I start to feel this energy moving? That's all up to you. And a cardinal water sign during a mutable water sign season, that can be tough, because you do want to be a starter. You do want to get things going and started. And during mutable season, you think that would be an easy thing to do. But when it's retrograde, when there's a retrograde planet during a mutable season, you may feel like you're waiting for a little bit. March may not go by really fast for you, but the Wheel of Fortune is promising that shift already. So you kind of have to allow, no matter, because with the Wheel of Fortune, it's divine timing. We can't force how fast the wheel turns. It will turn in our favor, but we can't force how fast it's going to turn, or how slow it's going to turn, for that matter. I don't feel like you want to slow it down. I think you want to speed it up. What's the key to it? Self-love, self-acceptance, coming into alignment. How do you come into alignment? Ooh. Balance, balance, balance. I want to see what this Hierophant is. I wonder if we'll find out with this shuffle. Probably not. Nope. Balance. Karmic retribution. There is some karma that you have to deal with inside right now to balance yourself out. I think that I really feel like March is all about an internal process for Cancer, on letting go, on releasing the things that you don't have control over. You know, it doesn't need to be, it's almost like you're trying to compare where other people are in their life compared to you. And with the North Node in your sign this year, it's all of, I mean, this Ace of Cups is going to show up every single month for you, I feel like, because it's all about finding your place. It's all about finding your balance. It's all about finding what your purpose is in life, not what everybody else's purpose is. Don't worry about other people's journeys. Let them deal with their own BS, right? And Cancers will focus on somebody else's journey just so they don't focus on their own. Why? Because it's easier. It's easier to focus on somebody else's journey other than yourself. Hierophant. Let's see what this Hierophant is. Ooh, see? Prosperity. Abundance. The Hierophant represents the Pope. The Pope is the highest figure in religion, right? So are you basing your 10 of Pentacles on societal standards, or are you basing your 10 of Pentacles on what it feels like for you? Notice I use the word feel, not look, not what it looks like, what it feels like. Because when we are in alignment, when we are balanced, and if you want to learn more about becoming aligned with who you are and your soul purpose, I'm offering classes in March for that. March is going to be a perfect time to start coming into alignment. I'm offering 2 classes on March 10th and March 17th. They're identical classes. You only have to be at one of them to learn how to come into alignment. I'm also offering coaching sessions on coming into alignment with yourself. One-on-one coaching sessions. And in order for you to do the one-on-one coaching session, right now it's 20% off. And that's scheduled about 2.5 weeks after ordering, 2.5 to 3 weeks after ordering. So if you feel like this is the month that you really want to look into coming into alignment, and because this 10 of Pentacles is promising you that your path is very abundant. But what does that abundance mean to you? Does it mean all the things? Does it mean all the material things? Is it allowing you freedom, or do you feel caged within that 10 of Pentacles? Because if you're struggling financially, or you're struggling with the way the 10 of Pentacles is supposed to look, you are out of alignment. When you come into alignment, relationships are easier. Money flows easier. Career options flow easier. Your soul purpose is much clearer in your life. And this can cause, this 10 of Pentacles can cause a lot of confusion, right? 7 of Cups, especially when you have a lot of opportunities around you, judgment. If there's an earth sign in your life, the Page of Pentacles, that you can't quite pin down during March, especially if it's a Virgo. Remember, Virgos are ruled by Mercury. Pisces is just across from Virgo, and through this retrograde, Virgos might have a very difficult time trying to pin themselves down. This is also a very karmic time for you to recognize that you cannot, I feel like with the 7 of Cups, I need to say, you can't make somebody else's confusion clear for them. Like, that's almost a karmic lesson that this Page of Pentacles is learning, and you are learning at the same time. They have to clear their own path. This is that karmic lesson there. They have to clear their own path. The 10 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, the 9 of Wands. If this Ten of Cups is kind of an illusion for you right now, and you feel like you've been fighting to get to it over and over, like if you feel like this has been a pretty tough process of fighting to get to your Ten of Cups, I want you to pull back from it with the Four of Swords. As you can see, this month is not a lot about thinking, but it's a lot about getting into your feelings and processing. That Four of Swords is the only Swords card that has come out so far. And Swords talks about communication. It talks about your thought process. And the Four of Swords represents resting and meditation. You've got to take a time out from the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles because it's promised to you. You have to remember, this kind of abundance is already promised to you. It's your birthright. It's your birthright. But how do you get it? If you're fighting tooth and nail to get it, that means you're out of alignment. If you kind of relax into it with the Four of Swords and allow it to come to you, it'll come much quicker. And look at that. That page turns into a king. So the communication, can quickly turn into petty arguments that make you feel like you got to win a battle, right? So with this King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles, if you're constantly on the giving side of the communication and not the receiving side of the communication, I feel like there can be a lack mentality here. Five of Wands and Five of Pentacles. If you feel like you're always giving to a situation and you're not getting anything back in return, I want you again to take a step back because I feel like you're fighting for a cause that's a losing battle right now. During March, during Mercury retrograde, there will be no winner. You may feel like you won, but you actually lost, right? You may feel that there's like a short victory there, right? With the Six of Wands, but with the Five of Swords, you actually lost because the communication, it's all over the place. You may think at first that everything is going your way, and this doesn't even have to be with an earth sign. It can be with anybody. You may think at first that you're giving and the communication is going your way, but if you push the issue, within arguments, if you push the issue, it will be like a standoff. You need to rise above. Any kind of arguing, any kind of miscommunication that happens during March, you need to rise above. And I feel like you need to really, really, really focus and pay attention on what you're manifesting and not what somebody else is doing. Now, if somebody else is doing something in your life that directly affects you in any way, shape, or form, you can only control what you can do. You cannot control what somebody else is going to do. You need to remember that. And if they're affecting your life in some way that's in a big way, then maybe you need to pull yourself away for a little bit. Manifest personal boundaries. Don't worry about what kind of love you're giving away. Give the love back to yourself. I have such little hands. Sorry. The Magician, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. I feel like right now, the emotional side of things is the external emotional side of things is what is confusing. That's what's confusing you right now. So in order for you to manifest things in the future, I think that there need to be some healthy boundaries set. You don't need to vacillate on who's going to be giving you affection or if you even want to give affection to anyone else. I feel like right now, your soul purpose or your purpose in March is focusing on you and your internal. Because you want to get to this 10 of Cups and you want to get to this 10 of Pentacles and you don't want it to be an illusion and you want it to be heartfelt. You don't want it to be something that you constantly feel like you're fighting for. Like, I just want my ultimate happiness. I just want my ultimate security. I want to be in a happy home and a happy life. Well, the Capricorn South Node is going to give you a lot of anxiety right now. Whoa, what happened there? Yeah. So you need to be patient with yourself. And if you're dealing with a Capricorn, be patient with them as well. But the anxiety that this North Node, South Node transit that's happening, and it's going until May. So let's not forget about that. And I will probably mention it every single month because it's kind of a big deal. When I went through my Virgo North Node transit, and my North Node is in Virgo, so it was like a double whammy. My entire life changed. It changed for the better, but it wasn't easy. And that's exactly what you're going through. I only bring that up because that's what you're going through. And you can't fight against that. If you are a Cancer that's in a place where you're allowing yourself to come up with all of these really great things that you want to do in your life, and you're seeing your soul purpose and you're seeing what you want to do, you're on the right track. The problem is, if you, during March, if you allow other people to come in and you start to argue with them about things, there will be small victories there, yes. You will feel good for a split second, and then you'll be like, oh shit, what did I just do? I mean, let's be real. Cancers can get very, very biting when they're being pushed too much. Push, 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 push. And you guys aren't really big on showing your emotions. You're very much like a Virgo in that way. You will not get vulnerable, and March is asking you to get vulnerable. This whole year into May with your North Node transit is asking you to get vulnerable. Don't fight against that. Allow yourself the purging. Allow yourself to, I mean, you have all the fives out here, all right? Let's just point that out first. Allow yourself to release the emotional bullshit of whoever or whatever did you wrong in the past. Because there's nothing you can do about the past. You cannot control the past. You want to be forward, future looking. Don't compare to people in the past. Don't compare your life to what it used to be. Don't do that. The comparisons can really, really bring you down. And the lack mentality can creep in very, very easily when other people are telling you, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. Don't listen to the masses. You can do whatever you want to do. You know I was going to say it. I will be a lady. Or I'll be, I've actually been cursing a lot lately because I feel like my throat chakra is clearing up. That's what this whole hoarseness is. I don't really feel like the external love you need to worry about right now. I think that is all going to come into fruition in the way that it's supposed to. I think right now your focus needs to be on balancing and filling up your own cup. I think that's what March is all about. Again, if you would like to be a part of the alignment classes, the mastering yourself, the coming into alignment, the learning how to come to peace with the situations in your life. Coming into alignment doesn't mean that everything is rainbows and butterflies every single day. Coming into alignment means that you come to a peace about the situations that come at you. Meaning if things become difficult in your life, you can look at it as a learning opportunity, as a lesson in life. And you also deal with the situations and navigate your way through the situations in a much easier way. That's coming into alignment. And with the course that I'm giving and the one-on-one coachings, it's like I want everybody to come into alignment. Can you imagine how much happier this world would be if people would just become aligned with and become like come to peace with themselves? Because really that's all that matters. And this means that you don't like snap at people you still get angry. I mean, like, you still have emotions. It doesn't mean your emotions get shut off. You still get sad, you still get angry, you still get scared, all of that. You just deal with it easier. It's better. There's a peaceful feeling to it. So this is what I want you to allow this. And I feel like that's where you're starting in March. So if you want a little push, if you want a little help, I am here to help you. Check out my website for all of that. Also, 20% off readings for the next 2 days. Like the 30-minute reading is only $60. That changes on March 1st. So take advantage of that. And I love you guys, and have a really good March. And don't let the haters get to you, because this month is all about you and getting in touch with the inside, and allowing yourself to balance things out. Okay? I love you. Bye.